the shout, I always try to make a point to write something new for each one, according to the theme. Well, not necessarily according to the theme, but using the theme to combine with a poem that I already want to get off my chest or that's near to the heart. Usually when doing that, it ends up taking an inspiration that I had from one perspective and changing that into another. And so I like the result. So this is a letter to Lieutenant Muad al-Kasasfe. I've not made a habit of writing to Ghost. When I learned of your death on a Tuesday afternoon, I am ashamed that the first thought I had was why you couldn't have just been beheaded. As a military pilot, you have lived one of my dreams. As a captive burned alive, you have suffered one of my nightmares. We are kindred in this way. There are those who see ISIS not as the perversion upon which it thrives of a truth and peace, but as the face of the Muslim world. This is a rallying call, and bald fist, prepped bombs and ships, we prepare to wage war in the name of ideologies, yet you stood as paragon of faith. Devout and kind, memorized your holy book like a child his name, you could speak your identity flawless. This is not what the media wants to show. Ignores your love of wife, a weeping widow. I remember what it was like to be 27, an adult but still young to the promise of the world, embracing the future as all goes to plan. You probably did not imagine your face on the worldwide news before you took off that day. Your jaw might have been clenched, defending your family, nation, and faith against a threat we newspaper as mundane and so far away. I have played simulations of war, imagined with the same aircraft that you flew. It is befitting that the F-16 is named a falcon, soaring just under heaven, throttle in left hand, reticle in your right, a true raptor, bird of prey. Did you feel one with your aircraft? Did you feel one when you heard the missile warning? Did your training kick in? Was there discipline or fear? Even in the simulation, my heart seizes in distress when you ejected, were you captured, was set up for ransom. I imagine your faith whispered in your ears to settle your mind. I can only wish to have my Bible memorized, to whisper to my ears, to settle these thoughts. I have a tragic fear of the elements, of drowning, being without air, of the ground swallowing me, and being burned to ash. Is it any wonder I am afraid to love? You stood defiant. Even when beaten and caged, they dressed you in an orange jumpsuit to send a message and symbolism, not realizing that color represents emotional strength in difficult times. As gasoline doused your clothing, as movie was made with cameras and multiple angles, retakes and audio overdubs. I wish that I had your resolve not to crack under duress, to give in or beg for mercy when fire was lit well outside your cage, making its way towards you. Did you begin to see yourself as Phoenix yet? Wonder if the falcon might have been the wrong bird in the heart of Phoenicia, caged but soon to be emancipated, retracing the thought of unconstrained flight when you were of the air. Did you know transfiguration would become so painful? To be martyr in purpose, only seconds away as the flames licked their teeth, called serpentine for prey. I saw how you stood facing, legs rigged for contest, even as the first pains took hold. With your body swallowed, screams, guttural and angry, hands holding on to what was once face and head, still fighting to stand until muscle and strength were no longer of this world. When you fell to your knees, was it for one last prayer? Lieutenant al-Kasasfe, you were the first Phoenix I have seen with my own eyes. The falcon was the wrong bird for you to fly, because even from your ashes you will teach others to stand, to rise up, to remain motionless and steady upon assault, to take position in your faith, unrelenting, to be steadfast and firm in love, to endure without damage. Though your body has been set to crucible, your soul shall rise, your memory will stand untainted, your inspiration will unite as those around the world stand together.